All right. Well, I'm going to get us started here. Our webinar today will start with a presentation from Stephanie Elio, Vice President of Business Development at CLS. Following that, we'll be here for about 10 minutes to answer your questions live. So please be sure to submit your questions in the Q&A, and either one of our enrollment counselors will answer you directly or will address it live in the Q&A, or sorry, during the live Q&A. And if we don't get to your question, don't worry. We'll give you all of our contact information for you to reach out to us after the webinar. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Stephanie, who will get our presentation started today. Take it away, Stephanie.
Thank you, Deja, and welcome to all of you. We're really excited that you're taking time out of your day to learn about our Advanced Paralegal Certificate Course. Real quick run through the agenda. We're going to talk about who CLS actually is, what that 100% online learning is all about, how we support our students, how the instructor and peer interaction works. We'll look at the course overview, what topics are available, what you can learn about, what you earn upon completion as far as certificate and digital badges, where you can apply these new learned and gained skills to different career options. And then finally, we'll go through the enrollment process itself, how to choose a college or university partner, tuition costs and materials, and how to actually register. And as just mentioned, we will do a bit of Q&A at the end, live. So let's go ahead and dig in. CLS by Barbri, we are the leading continuing legal education company in the U.S. that specializes in training legal support staff. We were originally founded in 1980 and formerly known as the Center for Legal Studies. 4.5 years ago, we very proudly became part of Barbri Global, who is the world leader in legal education, distance learning, training, and certifications. Why would you want to train with us? Well, we've got decades of experience and pride ourselves in providing job-ready training that is something you can get through a course quickly and put to work in the field as soon as you complete it. We maintain very affordable tuition. Our training is delivered in flexible formats and taught by incredible experienced professionals. In order to teach for CLS, we require that they all have legal experience, but no less than 10 years, are currently still working in the field, and have teaching experience on top of that. So very well-rounded individuals. The majority of our courses are actually taught by licensed attorneys and high-ranking paralegals. Within the Advanced Paralegal Certificate Course, we do have 16 specialty topics of law that we're going to go through in a few minutes here. But this is not the only course that we offer. Our flagship program, which actually comes before this one, is our core training, our Paralegal Certificate Course. We also have some medical training courses for legal consultants, both for medical and general field and nurse. We do legal investigation, legal secretary, victim advocacy. It's a long list of different specialty things that you can take. And they're all available for view along with syllabi for each course. So you can see what we teach in that program on our website at legalstudies.com. CLS actually graduates more students than any other legal training institute in the United States. And all of our courses are designed and updated to remain on pace with the current industry. This program is delivered 100% online. It's called an asynchronous virtual classroom. What that means is it is instructor-led, and you have 24/7 access to the portal in which it's delivered. We utilize Moodle, which is similar to Blackboard or Canvas. If you've ever taken an online program, you'll find that this is very easy to use. It's an interactive platform, and you don't need any special software or storage space to use. Simple internet access will suffice. There are video and printed tutorials available for using our system. Students tell us every day that it's really easy and intuitive. so they don't have any difficult with it. It is all supported on our servers, so you don't need special software or anything like that. Like I said, just simple internet access. Our courses are delivered in a 7-week online format, and they are all available 6 times per year. CLS does provide ongoing administrative and technical support for all students. Regarding instructor and peer interaction, as I mentioned, all of our CLS courses are instructor-led, with opportunities to also interact with your classmates via forums. Those are presented as discussion boards, which you are required weekly to participate in. How that works is the instructor will post a topic for discussion, typically on Monday morning. Deadlines are at the end of the week. So what you would do is log in whatever time is convenient for you, 5 a.m., 12 noon, 6 p.m., midnight, really doesn't matter. Just log in with the access codes you provided, and you would read that discussion topic and add to your comments. Once you have submitted your participation, you are then able to see comments from your classmates. You are required to participate and at least have a week.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump in there. Stephanie's having some technical difficulties, but my name's Jake. I'm an enrollment specialist here with CLS by Barbri. But just to continue on what she was saying, with your required posts, it's just required that you participate at any point during that week to meet the requirements. It doesn't have to be any specific time, so long as you log in during the week and meet those weekly requirements. We can go ahead and move to the next slide there. So these are just some testimonials by some of our prior students. You can see that they've found success through our program and have experienced it and recommended it and have gone back and provided good tips on it, of course, and have found employment and future opportunities. So check those out on our webpage at any time. And we'd be happy to review that with you. Just a fun fact there, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects the number of paralegals to increase 12% every year through 2030. So what that means simply is that it's high in demand. No matter what state you're working in, you can work online, in state, there's going to be work for you. An advanced education, so on top of your paralegal certificate, on top of what you're already doing, you're going to stand out in the competitive field, so you have more of a resume, more of a skill set. You're going to increase your earning potential from what you're already doing now, and then most importantly, you're going to be specializing in certain areas of the law. So for instance, bankruptcy law, water law, any that you feel that you can move and advance further within your current line of profession. That's what these advanced topics are for. So professionally develop even more, and then of course growing in your career. So here are the advanced topics to choose from. Now, you do have to choose a total of 6 in order to earn that advanced paralegal certificate. You do not have to take all 16 topics. You can, of course, but you're not going to earn a certificate unless you take and complete 6, and that's within a 12-month time frame. You can take up to 3 per session, so up to 3 advanced topics at a time. So that's 7 weeks long. So the soonest you could complete and earn your advanced paralegal certificate would be at 14 weeks. So you could stack 3 topics on top of each other. Or if you choose, of course, to just take 1 topic at a time, 1 every 7 weeks, just ensure that you complete at least 6 before that year timeline to earn that certificate. So prerequisites of the course have to have your paralegal certificate, or at least know the curriculum, know the syllabus within that paralegal, which you can find online on our website at legalstudies.com. As we're reviewing, you can take 1, 2, or 3 topics at a time. You have that 6 course must be taken within the 12-month period. And then as far as the average number of time that you can expect between coursework and reading material is going to be 8 to 12 hours a week. Every learner is different, of course, but hopefully if it takes any longer than that, that's what the instructor is there for. You can reach out anytime, and chances are you're overthinking some things. So once again, each topic offered 7-week online session. You can take any topic based on your own personal interest, but once again, you just have to earn the 6. 70% minimum passing score. That means you have to earn at least that on everything. If for any reason you don't hit a 70%, work with your instructor. They'll give you an opportunity to redo an assignment, let you know what's wrong, and then a chance to turn that in. And then, of course, as we discussed earlier, to ensure that you have that basic understanding of a paralegal, you can find the syllabus to the paralegal certificate at legalstudies.com, but in addition, a syllabus for each one of those topics as well.
Okay, Jake, I think I made it back. Thank you
All
for
right.
filling in for me.
Of course.
Let's talk about the badges. Badges at CLS are an awesome addition that we put in the last couple of years. Earning a certificate is great, and it's something you can frame and put on your wall and add to your resume, but a digital badge is even better. With a digital badge, it not only shows that you completed the training, the dates and the school which you took it in, but it allows the person that opens that digital badge to see what skills you developed while you were doing your training. And ultimately, that's what an employer wants to know. They want to know what you know how to do. So with these, with the Advanced Paralegal Certificate, if you complete 6, as Jake mentioned, 6 out of the 16 that are available, you will earn the certificate itself and an advanced digital badge. But if you want to take 1, 2, 3, or all 16, you can earn independent digital badges for each of those. In addition to being able to dig into all the skills and have those documented, there are also employment opportunities that live inside the digital badge, an entire system that can help you with your job search. So very cool addition for all CLS students, and we look forward to you earning some of these to add to your portfolio, your resume, your LinkedIn profile. So in California, they are a little different than the rest of the country because the students in California, paralegals in California, are required to be in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code 6450, which dictates how many hours of substantive legal training you must have to work as a paralegal. So the threshold is 24 semester units or 360 clock hours. It depends on how the time is being calculated. They basically mean the same thing. We count in clock hours because these are non-credit continuing education courses, and the combination of the paralegal certificate and the advanced paralegal certificate, which we're talking about now, meet that code precisely. In fact, it was designed to meet that code. So you're set to go. In order to do that, you'd have the paralegal certificate, whether you earned it from us or somewhere else. Most of our students have earned a CLS Paracert. And then 6 of those topics. You can take them 1, 2, or 3 at a time. Out of the 16 available, every single topic is available every session. Each one is a 7-week class, and you are able to take them 1, 2, or 3 at a time. You have a 12-month clock in which to complete 6. You can skip sessions. You can take whatever your load you want, but 3 is the max in a single session. Now, for our advanced students, I have a little system that when people ask me, how many should I take? What do you think I can handle? Not what we think or what I think. If you already took our Paracert, then you understand the rigor of these programs. They're not fluffy by any means. The gauge that has served many students well is to kind of think back. When I did my Paracert, was I managing life well? Did I score between 90 and 100% and everything was good? If so, you can handle 3 at a time. If you were scoring between 80 and 90 and you were getting kind of stressed out, pare it back to 2. And if you were struggling to meet grades or you had to retake assignments because they didn't meet that minimum 70% quota, then you probably want to start off with 1. See how that goes. You can always add to 2 the next and proceed accordingly. But that's a pretty good gauge if you are not sure right now what loads you want to do. And for students who do not reside in California, approximately 50% of our students nationwide voluntarily choose to take advanced topics. Some take 6 or more, some take just a few. And the reason they do is because they understand the value of more training, better value. And the more training you have, the more education you have, the more valuable you are to the employer. It's an excellent way to position yourself for that next promotion, for a raise, for a move to a different type of firm or a different industry. Paralegals, they work everywhere, not just law firms. So this is a skill set that you can add and stack to your basic skills, and you can also move from job to job. If anyone has any questions about that advanced para code, then you can always call our enrollment counselors. They're happy to help you. Back to where can people work? What I was mentioning, not just law firms. They work in real estate, state and local government agencies, corporations, finance, banking, insurance companies, higher education, healthcare organizations. The list is incredibly extensive and opportunities immense. So whatever is going to be something you're passionate about, if you possess paralegal skills and have advanced skills on top of that, you're going to be positioning yourself well to go where you want to. These advanced topics, again, allow you to specialize in certain areas of the law, like victim advocacy or immigration law, employment law, not employment law, that's a separate certificate, but we do offer that. For business law, bankruptcy law, whatever it may be. The nice thing about the CLS website at legalstudies.com is you can actually go to the Advanced Paracert information page, and then it will have a whole list of topics. You can click on each one and get into the syllabus for each one. See exactly what you learn and what we'll teach you. This is going to allow you additional training to stand out from the competition. And in a job market where lots of people want to be mobile and earn a better paycheck, have a better working environment, you definitely want to add something to your resume that's going to help show that you are serious about learning new things and you've updated your skills and you are on par with what's required in the industry. In addition to all that mobility within the workplace, there's a lot of folks that still want to work from home. And if you do, specializing in specific topic areas are going to help you be in better demand. So this is something that post-COVID has become much more acceptable. So not too many people worked from home as paralegals 10 years ago. They were all in offices, but now that's not the case. It is widely accepted for paralegals to work from home. I can tell you that if you really want to position yourself well, I would align myself with the California guidelines. And that is take at least 6 and earn that advanced certificate, the one that we're talking about now. Go ahead and dig into the next slide. Career resources. For our folks that start off with the paralegal certificate at CLS, upon 60% completion of their course, they earn entrance into our exclusive career center. This is a one-step career resource center that gives you career planning tools, resume review, job alert reminders. We do a quarterly webinar series that gives tips from actual real working hiring professionals. They give you the inside scoop on what they're looking for. The next one is actually happening September 27th. So if you are looking at advanced para today, because you're just finishing up your paralegal, then it's likely you've gotten an invitation to that. And we'd love to see you attend that webinar on the 27th. The Career Center also gives access to our alumni for the CLS blog and the Career Resource Guide. So lots of added tools to help you either secure the next promotion or move to the next job that you might be looking for, or your first. We've got a lot of people here that this is their first time out, and we want to help you start off on the right foot. In addition to the folks in California that are actually required by that California Business Professions Code 6450, folks in Arizona and California could also secure the designation of legal document preparer. Typically, a paralegal, cannot give legal advice. There are things that they can and cannot say and can and cannot do as a paralegal, and we teach that in the core program and in subsequent programs moving forward. With Arizona to be an LDP, they have modeled their requirements after the California Business and Professions Code. So if that is your end goal, to be an LDP in the state of Arizona, you need to look at the California Code to comply and qualify for that designation. If you have additional questions about that, I'd encourage you to call our enrollment counselors, who are available Monday through Friday, and they work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. How do you enroll? If this is your first stop to CLS, you need to know that we partner with about 150 accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Every single institution we work with is an accredited institution. However, these are not for credit classes. These are non-credit, non-degree seeking, and they are offered through the Continuing Education and Professional Studies departments at these schools. What you see on the screen right now are logos for a sample of our partners. We actually have schools that we work with in almost every state in the country. We encourage you to select the one nearest you. That's where your digital badge will say you completed the course. That's where your certificate will say upon completion of this program. The badges are issued by CLS. We use a vendor called Credly, very widely used throughout higher education, and you'll need to select one of those schools. As far as course costs for the Advanced Paralegal Certificate, full tuition for 6 courses is $3,300. If you register for all 6 at the same time, we do have a discount available, $300 off, so it would be $3,000 at checkout. If you choose to take them one at a time, they are $550 per topic. There are required books, and those books vary per topic. We utilize a Nutshell series by West Academic for the most of the topics taught in these programs. There are a couple that will have some differences. I think immigration law requires a couple different books that are a little more expensive. And there's 2 that don't require books at all. I don't think bankruptcy needs a book right now, nor does victim advocacy. Westlaw Access is something for Advanced Legal Research as a required tool. It's a 7-week, $89 subscription, well worth every penny of that $89. But that is the only topic that actually requires a Westlaw subscription in Advanced Paralegal. As a CLS student, if you want to get a 7-week subscription, you certainly can at that $89 rate. But it is only required for Advanced Legal Research. Payment options vary. You can, for your advanced topics, pay them one at a time if you wanted to. If you wanted to go ahead and get that bundled rate of $3,000, you could certainly go through Affirm or PayPal. Those are two of our financing partners that would enable you to break it down between 3 and up to 18-month payment plans. The credit range is wide and varies between these programs. I encourage you, if you don't want to just check out simply with a credit card and manage your own payback with your own personal budget, you could apply very quickly for either of these. Neither one is a hard hit on your credit, so it's certainly worth exploring if you're interested. Once you get to the checkout screen, you've got everything in your cart, just click Affirm or PayPal. It'll take you to a very quick application. Whip it out, it'll probably be 2 minutes. They'll come back to you with a decision. And they'll actually provide you with scenarios, whether or not you want to do it in 3 months, 9 months, 18 months, repay. They'll tell you what that payment is. And then at that point, you can choose to accept or decline. You could still go ahead and check out with a credit card. But it provides you with options. That's nice. And everyone wants to look at that a little differently based on their own personal budget. For additional help, extra questions that we may not have answered for you here today, you can certainly call us direct at 1-800-522-7737. Again, those hours are from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can also email us at info@legalstudies.com or go directly to our website, www.legalstudies.com. We have courses that start every 8 weeks. We'd love to have you register today. The next online classes for Advanced Paralegal are starting on October 16th. Enrollment is available now. It's open all the time. And we'd love to have you join us in class.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Let's take a couple questions here. One of the questions that we have is, will self-study ever be offered for this course?
Possibly someday, but I wouldn't bank on it in the near future. It is not on the agenda for the remainder of 23, and I do not see it in the plans for the first half of 24 at this time. So if you're, for right now, the answer is no. Not never, but today it's not at this time.
All right, another question that just came in, can personal injury be included?
Personal injury is a certificate course that is a standalone certificate, personal injury for paralegals. Now, if you're looking to be in compliance with the California Business and Professions Code and completion of getting that advanced certificate, that piece of paper is not as important to you, but collecting up all the hours you need to be in compliance is, then you could certainly substitute out personal injury for another topic. That's not going to change the tuition price on it, but it would enable you to use those 45 clock hours towards your compliance.
All right, another question here is, will this program be offered in person?
For a live class, highly unlikely. And it's more likely that we move some of these to self-study opportunity in the latter half of 24. Live, not as likely, because there are so many different topics in this program. In order for us to have live classes, we want to have a a larger number of students in the class, and everybody chooses something different. If it wasn't a topic worth taking, we wouldn't have it on that list of 16. But when you do a live class, you have to meet minimum numbers. And the last thing we ever want to do is have students sign up and expect to be in a class and have to cancel it. This way, every single class that we offer in this program is guaranteed to run 6 times per year.
All right. And then one final question we have is, does this program offer resources after completing the course to find employment? So basically employment assistance after taking the course.
We're not going to find you a job. Are we going to provide you with resources for you to find a job? Yes. Students would gain access to the Career Resource Center, just like our other students, wherein there are jobs listed. It's an exclusive network wherein from our larger Barbri global network, attorneys post jobs. We have lots of companies and firms that we've been supplying their paralegals for years. Every time they need one, they come to us and post because they understand the quality of our graduates. In that resource center is also the webinar series from the panel discussions of some hiring professionals. There's a career resource guide. There are a lot of resources that we provide. We do not provide internships or placement.
Perfect, thank you. Let's see, are you able to train for the legal license paralegal test?
LLPs. I believe there's some additional requirements for that. I would ask you to call into our enrollment counselor for a more specialized consultation. I do not have the full requirements in front of me today for that exam, so I don't want to be misquoted. But if you send an inquiry to info@Legal Studies, we will pull together exactly what's required and get it sent directly to you.
Perfect, thank you. If I just graduated with my bachelor's degree, can I complete the advanced paralegal program, or do I need a paralegal certificate?
You certainly could complete it, but my advice to you would be check out the syllabus for the paralegal certificate first. I don't know what your degree is in that you just earned. If it was in legal studies, by all means, you're going to be good to go. But if it was in something else like English or history or something far away from legal studies, you need to think of it this way. You don't want to build the second floor of a house before putting the first floor in. The paralegal certificate is designed to provide someone with the core foundational skills. The advanced program is to build on that foundation, on all that core knowledge. So there are assumptions in these advanced courses that you've got the core training under your belt and you already possess those skills. Without them, it would be awfully tough. We're not going to prohibit you from taking them. And we've got a lot of students that, have been working as paralegals for a long time, and they just come in and pick up some advanced coursework, which is perfectly fine. And we welcome that. But because we really do try to be transparent and we want you to make an educated decision, get into our website, pull up the syllabus for each, take all the learning objectives are listed. We tell you exactly what we're going to teach in every single program before you register. So sit down, have a conversation with yourself. Go through those learning objectives and say, okay, do I know this? Have I got this? Maybe I'm not so sure on this one. And weigh it out. And if you feel that you possess the skills necessary to proceed on, then by all means, go for it. And if not, take a step back and start a step down. In the long run, it's going to benefit you because we are here to help you be successful. And so we want you to be the best paralegal you can possibly be, and that means having a rock solid skill set.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie. With that, we're going to close out the webinar today. I'd like to thank everyone for attending. If you have any further questions we did not get to, please do not hesitate to reach out to us at the phone number or email on the screen. Our enrollment counselors are ready to assist you. We will be sending out the video recording of this webinar if you would like to rewatch it. So keep an eye out in your inbox by the end of the week. We hope you all have a great day, and a special thank you to Stephanie for your time and the enrollment counselors as well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.